Awaited Easter holidays are here, but if you're planning a getaway, there are a few things you might want to keep in mind. Strikes are set to impact several European airports over the coming days, and the weather isn't exactly playing nice either. So what should you expect if you're heading abroad in the next little while? Here with all of the best advice is Eoghan Corry, who's editor of Air and Travel magazine, and we'll check in with Alan O'Reilly from Carlow Weather for the latest on the weather front in just a moment. But Eoghan, good morning.
Good morning, Claire.
So the first thing we're going to deal with now are strikes. So France, Italy, Spain, the holiday hotspots really all on the list.
Absolutely. We have 7 countries lining up for strikes. 2 things happen this time of the year. The summer season begins in aviation and the strike season begins. I don't expect an awful lot of disruption from next week's lineup of strikes. They don't compare with last year when the biggest of the French air traffic control unions went out on April the 23rd. You can notice a pattern here, but I do expect a little bit of difficulty during the summer. And the main reason is, Claire...
But sorry, now, before we move to the summer, Eoghan, are the French air traffic controllers not planning action on the 18th and 19th, which is 2 days' time, and the 25th as well?
The French traffic control comes in many parts. The largest of the unions, SNCTA, has 41% of members, and it affects Paris. That's the one you really have to watch. That's the one hit us last year. USAC, about 25%, UNSA, about 22%, and the UNSA would be more in the Marseille region.
Okay.
So we don't expect the sort of the widespread cancellations. The way it works, by the way, Claire, is the union delivers to DGAC that they're going on strike, and then the French air traffic control say to each of the airlines, in our case Ryanair, Aer Lingus and Air France, and say, oh, you have to reduce your flights by a certain percentage. They don't actually instruct what flights are to be cancelled. And it also leads to huge headaches. There is a very easy solution to this, Claire, that if the adjoining air traffic controllers like Spain and Belgium are allowed to allow the overflights, the French air traffic control strikes would not be as impactful. But that's not the case because of politics.
Okay, and the Italians then, a 24-hour strike, which it's reported is going to affect all of the country's airports on the 19th, which is Saturday, a day when a lot of people will be trying to get away.
Absolutely. The airport strikes is really important because baggage control doesn't impact so much. What they really go for is security. If the security shuts down, the airports shut down.
Okay, and then Gatwick. What's happening in Gatwick this Friday?
Baggage handlers in Gatwick, not as big an issue. Aer Lingus no longer fly there, and I'm not sure if all of the baggage in Gatwick is coming to a halt. We also have to look at rolling strikes in Spain, air traffic controllers, Madrid and Barcelona. That's a biggie as well, because that means everything going to the south of Spain where we like to play, that's going to be affected, and we don't have dates for that. But the ones that have had the most impact in recent months are Belgium and Germany, which aren't big holiday destinations, but big business destinations. Germany ongoing with the airport unions, not the air traffic control, and they are once the security shuts down, nothing flies to and from Germany. And Belgium has actually, affected more than half the flights to and from Belgium in a series of strikes, which are going to continue.
So just to summarise, really, Eoghan, if people are travelling over the next week, you're saying to them, your flight probably won't be cancelled, let's hope, but maybe delayed. Is that fair to say?
That's pretty much fair to say, and it's not your problem, it's the airline's problem. They have to get you exactly to where you're supposed to go. They're under contract to do that, not an airport nearby. Don't rebook because you could end up running into further problems because train services are also going on strike. So you leave it to the airline. They have all the technology and the data. They will text you, rebook you and get you there.